Hello guys, so in this video we are going to be looking at the VLOOKUP. So what is VLOOKUP? We're going to be using it to solve some examples, some large data. In fact, we can use VLOOKUP to clean up this data and just make it simple and all of that. So VLOOKUP is basically used to look up values in a, so just like the name implies, use it to filter or look up values in a very big data. Like you can compress data um, into a list and be able to filter out the exact information you need. All right, so let's do something. Let me explain better. Let's create a new sheet and then get some values. We need the customer's name. Let's just take for these 20 customers, then we'll copy it and go to the new sheet and paste it. So let's just format it. That's good. So we have these informations and we want to convert all these ones to a drop down, or let me simply say I just want to have the customer ID. When I type in a customer ID, it should be able to give me the exact information, name of that customer. I can get all the informations by just putting in the customer's ID, right? So here maybe I have customer ID, and then here I have the customer's name. Maybe I just want the name, that's all, nothing else. I can also have any other information I want, but let's just do the name. So if I type in the customer ID, I want to get the customer's name, or let me just put it here. All right, so if I put in the customer's ID here, I want to get the customer's name to appear here, right? All right, so let's just start with one. Let's say 10127, this first one. Then this is where I want to carry out my VLOOKUP. So the formula is VLOOKUP. Just type VLOOKUP, select this one. So this is actually how it works. This is the formula VLOOKUP. Lookup value, it is asking you for the lookup value. Then you need to give it a table of array where it's going to pick up that. There has to be a table of array. There has to be a large number of data where it's to look up, where it's going to look up that value you're looking for. Then you need to give it a column index, then the range of lookup. All right, so let's do that. I'll just type my formula VLOOKUP. Then it's looking for the lookup value. What value are you looking for? Let's click here. This is the value we are looking for, right? Then comma. The next thing is table of array. Where do you want me to look up these values from? So you give it a range. This is the range. You can select all of them anyway, but I decided to stick to, I just want the name and the customer ID, right? So I just stick to this. So I just stick to this. This is the value. So any of this ID that I put, just give me the exact name that matches with the ID here. And that's all. All right. So I'll just put my comma. So the column index, the next thing is asking you, what is the column index? We have how many columns? One, two, three, four. We have four columns here. But so the value you're putting here, which column should I get? Should I return a value for you from? So this is the column 2, 1, 2. I'll put column 2. All right, then I'll close. Then it's asking you the lookup range lookup. Do you want me to, when I look up these values, do you want me to give you an exact match or an approximate match? Now, when you say true, it means it's going to look for an approximate match. Approximate match usually is used for numbers. Most times I use it for mostly for numbers. So I don't use you can't use approximate match because we want, when you put this exact customer ID, it should give us the exact match, the exact name that is carrying this ID. All right. So we are choosing this exact match, false. You can also use 0 here. You can also use 1 and 0. 1 stands for true, while 0 stands for false. Okay, so I hit on my enter and that is it. So now you see, if we put, let me put, okay, so let me put border here. Good. And then let me put a border in all of them, maybe a bigger border like this. So what are we looking for? Any value I put here, it will return the customer's value, and I enter, it's going to return the customer. This is links this one. So if I change this value to, maybe I change it to one, this the other customer 0441, you see it doesn't have this value here. So okay, to make it easier, let's change this customer ID to figures. Let's change it to figures so that it will be easier for us. Let's change it to 1. This one should be 2. So we'll just drag it down. All right, this is easier. Okay. So if I change it to 1, it gives me the customer ID there. If we change it to 2, it gives us this customer ID, customer name, sorry. If we change it to 3, it gives us the exact customer's name that's there, as you can see. If we change it to 10, let's change it to 10, give us the customer name in 10. So this is exactly how VLOOKUP works. If we change it to 20, it is going to give us the customer's name in 20. This is good. So, but now what happens when we put a number like 21 or 23? We don't have, obviously we don't have 23 here. So it's going to give us error. Look at the error here. It says a value is not available. So, but let's make it more visible. What happens? Let's tell it what to do when there's an error. Okay. So we just come here. Let's put 20. So this is our formula. We'll come back to our formula. What happens when there's error? So you just say if error, select if error. If error and if NA is same thing, comma. What should it say? Maybe just say name not found. All right, good. Name not found. Then you close your bracket. So this takes care of the error. If the customer's name is not there, it will simply give you name not found. Okay. So this person is there. So let's put the number that is not there again. If we put 30, 30 is not there. It will simply say name not found. That's the error message you give it. So this is exactly how VLOOKUP works. Great. So the same thing with HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP simply looks at horizontal value. This VLOOKUP means vertical lookup. That is vertical values. As you can see, we are looking at vertical values in columns. So when you now have it in rows, that's when you now consider it as HLOOKUP. It's very simple. The same thing, that's no different, just that is in H. So let's look at a larger data. Like you have all of this thing. Let's look at another example from here. All of this data you're seeing here, all this data, we want to have all of them in just one line, okay? In just one line, such that when you put in only the customer's ID, it is going to bring out everything for you. In this example, we want to actually have the customers want to use this customer ID to generate or to fetch all this customers information. That is, when I put in this customer ID, I want to get every information about that customer. I don't want to see this whole list. I don't want to see all of this list. I want to just see everything about only this customer in this entire sheet. All right. So let's go to a new sheet to do that. First of all, to bring in this customer ID, we want to have them in a drop down. All right, so how to do your drop down is just simply by clicking on where you want to put the drop down, then go to your data tab. You're going to see data to click on this data to, then click on this data validation. So what you want to have is a list. So you select list from here. So you need a source. Where should we get this list from? Then you need to give it a source. So the source is going to be from this column, the entire column. All right. So you come back here and click on OK. So now you have a drop down. As you can see, all the values are here, all of them, all these values you have here, all these values you have here, they are now in this drop down. All right. Anyone you select, nothing happens. Anyone you select, nothing happens. So we want, let's put another row inside. So when, let's put the headings. Okay, so just copy this and come here, then put it. Then we format it to make sure it aligns. So what we want is when we put this customer ID, when we put this customer ID, anyone we select, it will fetch that customer's information. All right, to fetch that customer's information. So I want to align this to the top. Yeah, so that's what we want to achieve here. So to do that, we just come here, we use VLOOKUP. So you do your equal to VLOOKUP. The first thing VLOOKUP asks is for the lookup value. What value are we looking up? That is, what is the value you will input first? So the value is this one. Choose here your comma. Then the table of array. Where should we look up from? Here, you go to this place and give it this entire table. All right, so you're selecting these two tables because you're matching the customer ID to the customer's full name, and that is it. So the next thing is asking you is the column index. That column index, this is the first column, second column, it should be the second column, right? And then the next thing is asking you is the true. Now, when is it going to be a true match or a false match? Of course, it's going to be false. Then you close the bracket. Click on enter. It is going to pick up that name. All right. So we format the cell again. So as you can see, when you change the value, it's going to pick up name, the name of that customer. So how do we now get this? The same thing on what we're going to get for the gender, for the city, and for all of these things. So since we've gotten this one, so all we need to do here is just, because this is B2, right? So this is B2. Now I want to get for C2. I want to get for D2, E2, F2, right? So from the formula here, when you come here, just copy the formula just to make our work faster. So when we come to C, paste the formula here and change this to, this is going to become C2, right? C. This is going to become C. And then the column index will change to 3 because this is column 3. When you hit enter, it fetches the gender of that customer. When you do again, this is what? A, B, C, D. This is now D, and the column index is changing to 4, right? Then when you hit enter, it checks the customer's country. So the next one is going to be, you paste the formula again, you change this to E, and then the column index is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? There's going to be 6. You hit. Oh, there's a problem. The column index is 1, 2, 3, 4. The column index for this is 3. The column index this is 4. So the column index here is 5. Sorry guys, it's 5. Hit on enter. It's going to pick up the customer's country. So the next one is the phone number. The column index is 6. Remember, column index is 6. The column is what? A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is going to be F. Good. It checks the customer's phone number. Then you put the value, the formula again. So this is going to be E, and this is going to be 7. I hope you understand what we are doing. No, this is G, sorry, this is G. We've done for E. Column index is G, and it picks the other date. Then H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. H8. All right, so we put here H and here is 8. Hit your enter and it's going to pick up the product. And finally, the quantity the customer bought is in I9. Right, so if I pick I, the column here is I, and this is 9, and that's all. So if you come here, you change the other number of this is it, change the customer ID to change the customer. So if you change, let's go to the first customer. The first customer is this, it changes the value. So to confirm this is the name of the customer, is a female from New York. Let's expand this, from New York, from USA, and he bought 23. If you go to the original source, see that the first one is a female. This is the name, female, New York, USA. He bought 23. So if you change it to any of these value, is going to change to that customer's details. All right, so this is what VLOOKUP does for you. As you can see, it has helped us to clean this entire work. We don't have to go through all of these things to go and look for a particular customer. Imagine if you have thousands or even up to a million data to search in, you don't have to go and start looking. So all you need to do, just come here. If you want to pick up this guy, a male Copenhagen from Denmark, that bought 3 quantity, I just copy his what, his customer ID, go to my sheet and then clean up this one and paste it. Brings up the customer's information. How cool is this, guys? This is amazing. So you don't have to go through all those things. Just put on the customer ID and the VLOOKUP function will help you bring up the complete information about that customer. All right. So, and the good thing is that it's a list here. You don't even have to go and copy. You just choose from the list here. It changes the value for you. This is really amazing, right? So this is all about VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. So if this HLOOKUP is just considering, it's same thing that we did, but it's just considering, VLOOKUP is vertical values. As you can see, it's taking vertical values. These are the range. Look at the vertical values. But for HLOOKUP, you have it in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like just value like this HLOOKUP, horizontal lookup. All right, so but everything is the same. Okay, thank you. So if you don't understand this HLOOKUP, you want us to make a video on it, you can put your comments in the comment section and we'll just do a different video entirely of it. But it's same thing, exact same thing that was just done for VLOOKUP. That's no different. Okay, so this is really amazing. Let's change it again and see. Wow, thank you so much, guys, for watching. This has been an amazing time with you. Please drop your comment. Let's know if you got it. If you have any questions, also remember to drop your comments. Remember to subscribe to the channel and then turn on your notification for the next video. Thank you.